evil blanket fish has awoken.
Alright, am I centered? Looks like it. Alright. Definitely not centered once I lean forward a tiny bit. So I hope everybody's been having a better day than I have, since basically been dealing with and recovering thing. Wrong game. Yeah, basically been dealing with and recovering from food poisoning from my local Jack in the Box. Basically started feeling it about 7 a.m. yesterday. Oh, 7 a.m. Yeah, yesterday. It's alright, this is Monday, technically. First time I vomited in like 15 years. Not a streak that I was happy to break. Invalid. Which is funny, because I remember the longest time ago, Jack in the Box was known for giving food people poisoning. Like way back in the day, like late 90s, early 2000s. Haven't really had a problem with them. But yes, something I had from there basically yesterday morning after I was getting off of work just completely destroyed me. Yep, they're regaining their title. Alright, so storyline dungeon is that one in red over there. I'm assuming orange circles are optional, which I gave this a try at the end of stream last time we played this. So, and this is a tough one. Oddly enough, I don't have a Waffle House near me. I've been to Waffle House, but I had to travel to a bigger city. As far as me being sick, or food poisoned, I think it's pretty much over. Like, I basically, for about the past, for about the past 3 hours, I haven't really had any symptoms. I still haven't chanced eating anything. But yeah, like I said, I haven't had any... What was even the shoot button? It's done. It's been 2 weeks since I played this, since I skipped this day last week. Yeah, it was like 9 a.m. till about 10 p.m. that I was, well, I should, guess it started at around 7 to 9 a.m. when I started actually feeling like nauseous. I threw up a couple of times, and then I had diarrhea for the rest of the day. I want to say maybe around 6 p.m. it finally subsided enough that I was able to go to sleep. And then I haven't even had any pain in my stomach or anything since I woke up, which was about 10 p.m. So I guess maybe about 11 hours, I guess you could say it lasted. That was the problem with this, doing it this way, is that they tend to just flat out die from the shotgun. They don't get stunned. So then I don't have anybody to hit with the cape and get healing. Like I said, this was actually a really hard level, and I am still trying to remember what the hell the controls were. 5 hits. Oh, damn it. The button too early. I'm very slowly not regaining as much health as I'm losing in these fights. What? Did I miscount? I could have swore I shot him 5 times, not like he got stunned on the 4th. That's good to know. Only need 2 shots with the rifle. One down, 2 to go. Of course, the last one is the one where there's a shit ton of enemies, if I remember right. Because I remember I got to it, but I couldn't actually finish it. That's where I had run out of time. If I remember right, there is no reason to go down there. It's just extra enemies that have shotguns. Hey Ragnar, how you doing? No, it's not, and no one said anything. Well, yeah. All this time I've been playing the game and talking about what I'm doing in the game, and it hasn't even been showing. Well, I'd say professional streamer, but I don't get paid nearly enough to consider this a job, so... Yeah, amateur streamer hour, everybody. There we go. Damn it. You know, the problem there is I couldn't get to him fast enough to capitalize on it. So I have 1 to save for later. So I wish there'd be more, but... Weird, that guy got 1 shot. Still at even. Crap! Great, I'm out of ammo. Well, that went horribly. I'm not sure if I need to beat this right now in order to change something in the storyline. Because I just remember looking at the guides on Steam, they were saying stuff about how the ending depends on who you choose to kill and who you choose to save, and that it has something to do with doing the optional stages. But it definitely feels like I don't need to be here right now, because I'm getting, like, ammo for weapons that I don't have. Damn it. There's have to be so goddamn many of them. Yeah, because I'm picking up grenade ammo and fuel cell ammo in this place. I don't have either one of those weapons. I haven't come across a grenade launcher or whatever the hell it is that uses fuel cell ammo. Last one is just up here, from what I remember, but there's a fuck ton of enemies in there. Not confident with the amount of health I have. Holy crap, did I do it? Whew. very careful to not run into one of the enemies that I walked by before. Okay. That's done. Okay. I guess that didn't count, since that was optional. It didn't count as an actual level because there weren't any it stones or anything in it. Yeah, because there's obviously going to be a lot of guns that you get because there's 6 more spots open. So I'm just assuming that I tackled that optional area very early. But it's done, it's taken care of. Hopefully this will be easier since this is where I was actually supposed to go. This machine produces high alternating currents, at least, from what I remember from Nicola's presentation. I was on guard duty for the Empress that day. Coils are a pain. They react to my presence, but if I shoot them, I can make them arc at everything around them. Could be useful. So I've got 1 heal waiting for me in the main room. Madman uses hundreds of chalkboards. Why would you ever need so many? They didn't have computers yet. Did check see if there was an exit on the other side. was told they were supposed to react when I shot them. I'm not seeing it. This is a big fucking room. Okay, so this one's all vertical. Can't make out what these parts are supposed to build. There are parts of automobiles, electrical devices, and even monolith fragments here. The lab is too well equipped to be a rush job. This has been restored to working order a long time ago. No. They do actually attack when you shoot them. It's just not very noticeable that they're doing it. Yeah, it doesn't stay on very long, though, because the battles in this are kind of short. That's about the only bad thing about this gun, is that you're kind of incentivized to shoot them from really far away, but then you can't get close enough to them to actually hit them with the cape before they die. I'm kind of concerned that I haven't found any ith stones or a pug or anything yet. Let me actually bring up the location things. As far as I know, these things, once you're done with the actual level, it like locks off. So things are in fact missable. Tesla's lab, there's two. Fortunately, it's just pictures. So I can't 100%. Not like it says, you know, first room or anything. It just shows a picture of where it is. A lot of eyes. It's the first one. need to switch up guns. I'm almost out of ammo on shotgun. Is there nothing in here? Okay, there's the pug. Supposed to be barking to let me know you're here, jackass. What the hell even hit me? See, the layout of the rooms in this laboratory forms a spiral. Bet he would take an hour to explain why he designed the floor plan. Hey Nami, how you doing? Whoa, that's a lot of dudes. What class are you playing in D4? Should I go back and pick up the help that I left in the previous room? I should. I don't know what's going to be up ahead. Not imagining things. The chalkboard is actually depicting something that I've seen before. An armored vehicle with massive firepower. Hope he didn't build one. Probably did. Sounds like a boss. Got the pug, I've got the hat, I've got one ith stone, I'm just missing the second ith stone from this place. That exchange did not turn out well. You have to be joking. This thing on the board. That's the crazy mechanical unit he demonstrating during the last World Fair. Thankfully it broke down. I don't ever want to see it work. There's the ith stone. I feel like we've got a boss coming up. Rather not do it missing a chunk of health. The question is, how far am I going to have to backtrack before I find some of the health I left behind? Alright. So we've already looted everything from the place. Assuming there's a boss in here. Dr. Nicola, I am Yamabe no Akihito, third knight of the Angelic Empire of Britannia. I'm here to place you under arrest for conspiracy against the Empire. Ah, just as they want. Blood-covered hound of the crown, here to whisk me away from my labor. I am not interested in your chatter. Please leave me to my work. This is non-negotiable. You're under arrest. Come along quietly before I lose my patience. Please remain silent. You are disturbing my thinking. Enough. You'll come along even if I have to tie you up. How preposterous. That is no way to treat a fellow human. I can do worse. Now, for the last time, come along quietly. I will have to kindly decline. Fortunately for you, knight, you entered my cage. Here I control the very peak of nature's might. Don't worry, it will only knock you off your feet, most likely. Ambush. Hell? Why can't I move? My controller's suddenly not working. What happened? That was a bug, or if there's actually something wrong with my controller. No, my controller is not working. Tried the age-old technique of plugging and unplugging it. That worked. Didn't want to start a new campaign. Yeah, for some reason my controller just stopped working. Yeah, it's like I was on the world map, an ambush happened, and like in the middle of it my controller just stopped working. I had to unplug it and plug it back in. I do like that it sends you back out to the world map to save in between before a boss battle, though. Now the question is, what the hell am I supposed to shoot? He doesn't seem to be taking... No. Oh wait, no, he is taking damage. I've damaged him twice, but I don't know how. What? It shouldn't be. It's literally the same window. It seems more like he gets damage when he hits me. But I don't think I can survive him hitting me that many times to get his... No? How the hell is he... I still don't understand how he's taking damage. Oh, okay. I get it now. I need to shoot these things when he passes through them so that they'll damage him for me. Alright, I surrender. You are truly annoying. Wait, is that brain jar fluid I smell? That is none of your business. You're under a... Ah, so that's where he went. The irony. Alright, lead the way, good night. I expect you have a room prepared for me. I could also use a hot meal and some wine. A cell, maybe, or the dungeon if I would be the judge. Such animosity is unnecessary. During our fun little exchange, I managed to finish my line of thought. So please, hurry up and show the way. You are to keep this madman behind lock and key. Make sure he is kept far from any electrical devices. Worry not, Knight. We'll keep a close eye on him. We also have news. We found a barely guarded garrison that the rebels set up in Portland Castle at the north end of the island. What use is this castle to them? It was disarmed decades ago, correct? Yes, however, under the castle there lies a secret and closed-off tunnel that leads to the Vern. If we were to regain the castle, we could reopen the tunnel in time. It would help us to retake the fortress. Exactly what we were thinking. I've already sent my hunters to clear the area of any stragglers. I'll take care of it myself. Keep your men on information gathering. Still not in favor of using your private forces. Surely the knight could use some help? I am the third knight. I hardly need help, especially not from mercenary forces. As the knight wishes. Heard you gave the doctor a good whooping. You can say that. Good. Though I'm not very pleased that they let him have his room full of machines a mere 30 feet from where I sleep. Trust me, I don't like it either, but he's better working for us than being out there supplying the enemy. Clean out the castle next, eh? I would really prefer not to have everyone in the hideout know my next moves. Walls are thin, people love to talk. Still worry. There may be a... Oi, I have respect for the knight, despite a great many things he's done in the past, but I will not stand for you questioning the loyalty of the locals. We are citizens of the Empire. We have integrity, and trust me, no rebel could hide among us, for we are all locals here. Alright, I'll trust you. Despite the issues you all might have with the crown, I'm certain you prefer us to the cultists. You betcha. Now, if you'll excuse me, good luck. I've had just about enough of those eyeballs with jaws and teeth. Ah, the sight of the moon. They are the awakened form of the eyes found all over the manor 2 years ago. Don't remind me. I still think I'd rather take the grown-up ones over the young ones that are just stuck inside walls and staring at me. They serve the moon, or at least that's the cult who worships them, and helps to nurture them with sacrifices. We really need to clamp down on the moon cultists, but they provide the Empire with aid in the fight against the fog, and can predict where it will spread. Yes, I heard that they gained quite an influence around the world and are becoming a sort of religion for many. Nobody in the capital approves of it, but we have no other choice, or rather had. Ever since Saragat has carried Waltham, we've been far more effective at fighting the fog. In many places, we managed to push back. That red serpent knows a lot. How is the good Lord Waltham? One is out there in the void, who knows where, and the other resides inside Saragat, as I'm sure you know. The first night really disproves of the situation. To be honest, I hate it too. But Waltham is a massive asset to the Empire. His knowledge is deep, and his true name also means that hopefully he won't betray us. Send him my best regards. I'm glad that I got to witness his rise to Navigator. am I going now? What are you thinking of so far? No, that's usually the way to go. Especially, like, I mean, if you're one of those people that just wants to have the best of everything all the time, I mean, you're going to be spending out the ass regardless, but if you're not, it's usually best to get the strongest stuff that you can afford. Like, when you do buy a computer, get all the best stuff that you can afford so that it lasts as long as possible, isn't outdated right away. Groundskeeper's home. No signs of life inside. No need to investigate. Okay. No signs of life inside, they said. I still think your problem with Dragon's Dogma probably had more to do with, like, errors in your system or something being mismatched than not being strong enough to run the game. Flamethrower now. That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's an issue of your computer not being strong enough. I think there's actually, like, some kind of software error or something happening. I heard the dog, so he should be in this area. Water is exceptionally high today. It's kissing the lower walls of the castle. I love visiting this place. I hear the dog, but I don't see the dog. I mean, that is the problem with PC gaming sometimes, is that you just run up errors in the system that can mess with things. So, like, maybe it's programs that you had installed before that didn't uninstall correctly, or just another program you have in your system that doesn't agree with something that Dragon's Dogma is doing. Like, I think it's a software issue, not... Because the specs for your PC seem to be fine. It's not as common as you'd think, and even then, there's a lot of times you can just... There's like I usually use CCleaner. That'll just, you basically just delete all the errors on your system. 9 times out of 10, that'll fix whatever the problem is. Okay, where the hell is this dog? Hid by the gate. Let's give the flamethrower a run. And the flamethrower got me killed. Yeah. Unfortunately, that tends to happen a lot, especially with Japanese games. Most Japanese developers are not very proficient with PC because it was something that they pretty much always ignored for the longest time. And now that they're actually starting to develop for them and use them, they're just behind everybody else in knowing how to optimize for them. And that's why consoles will always be around. Because while there are people like me that, you know, in a weird way almost, when there's, as long as it's not something that's like horribly debilitating or something that's permanent, I actually almost kind of enjoy when there's a small problem with my PC, because that means I get to look up how to fix it and figure it out. You know, it's like a little puzzle for me to solve. And like I said, as long as it's not anything permanent or anything hugely debilitating, like, I do kind of enjoy looking up how to fix small problems and actually going through the process of doing it. I know for a lot of people that's just an annoyance. For me, I actually kind of like those little things. But yeah, I mean, that's exactly why, even if everything is multiplat and ends up on PC and everything else, consoles are always going to exist because, yeah, there are a lot of people that don't want to deal with stuff and just want to play the game. Well, a lot of the bigger companies are starting to use, like, Unreal or Unity or other engines that are a little more PC friendly. But yeah, for the most part, they did all love having their proprietary engines that they did all their stuff on. Look, they never figured out how to access the underground path leading under the Vern. Be very useful for us later. I wonder if he actually did research, like, old English insults, or the developer just made that one up himself. I mean, truth be told, there's been times where I've seen that their engine isn't even made with the lead platform in mind. Which kind of reminds me of the Dragon engine for the Yakuza games that it came out on. Like, it looked pretty as hell, but man, the frame drops bad. And those were like PS4 only at the time. Yeah. And yeah, oddly enough, Falcom is kind of ass backwards from a lot of other Japanese companies in that for the longest time they kind of focused exclusively on PC. And it's only now that they're starting to focus more on console. Of course, Falcom's also weird in the sense that they've been around since like the early 80s, and they're still a tiny little company. Damn it. Yeah, and that's why I think they're dropping the Dragon engine for the most part. Maybe it was just for Ishin. I don't know if Gaiden and 8 and all those others are to be made in. But yeah, I think they might have realized that while pretty as hell, the performance on Dragon Engine just is not a thing. I am unlearning how to play this game. Every time I go through this level, I'm getting worse. When they first came out, no, they did not. Like, Yakuza 6 and Kiwami 2 both had... Like, they were both for PS4, and they both had some frame drops. Same with Judgment. Yeah, pretty much all the Dragon Engine games on PS4 had frame rate issues. Yeah, Yakuza 0 was before they traded up to Dragon Engine. It was Yakuza 0, and then Yakuza 1 Kiwami, and then Yakuza 6 was the first game with Dragon Engine, and then Yakuza Kiwami 2 with Dragon Engine, and Judgment, and pretty much all the rest of them after that, except for Ishin that just came out that they're using Unreal now. Which, like I said, I don't know if they're going to continue using Unreal for Gaiden and 8. But we'll have to see. Maybe they're still using Dragon Engine, but yeah, they did Ishin in Unreal. So I don't know if they gave up on Dragon Engine because they couldn't optimize it enough, or... It's turn-based, but I think even 7 had some frame rate issues just running around in town. I am taking way too much damage going through these areas. I think it's FF13 and Lightning Returns runs fine on PC. It was 13.2 that had a bunch of problems, but apparently there's a fan patch for them. Yeah, I'm just losing way too much health on early fights. I mean, the only complaint I've heard about the Pixel remasters is their font. Which seems like it shouldn't be a big deal, but it actually does make them look like kind of cheap. They did, but it's still they patched it so it's more readable, but it's still kind of a generic, shitty-looking font. You know, like for example, like on my ending stream, like. The evil blanketfish is returning to slumber. That's the font on the cover art for Breath of Fire 3. The schedule stuff under the See You Soon, that's like the actual text font in-game from Wild Arms. If you like the stream, please follow or subscribe. Elder Gods appreciate it. That is the Final Fantasy font. And then on my like, it seems like it shouldn't be a big thing, but the font choice for, like, you're gonna be, especially in a JRPG, you're gonna be reading a lot. So the way the font look actually does add a lot of character. Oh, yeah, because my Be Right Back screen and my starting screen don't have a they don't have a mic input. Yeah, so the starting screen is the Xenogears box art, and then the Be Right Back screen is the Yakuza 0. Yeah, it cuts out during those two scenes because they don't actually have a mic attached to them. Yeah, that's essentially what it comes down to. Is like, it's not a huge deal that affects the game, but if you're using a generic font, it kind of does make the game feel a little more generic. And that was actually, like, I was actually, when I was making my, like, all the art for the channel and everything, I looked to see a lot of the fonts from old JRPGs that I could find and tried to sprinkle them in here and there. I couldn't find that many, but the ones I did find, I put around. And there's a couple other that I found later that I haven't found a spot for. Like, there's also the old Super Nintendo Mega 10 fonts. Yeah, I've seen it. I do like the Gargura on the Roomba thing. It's fucking adorable. Yeah, let me see if I can... let's see. I'm blind. Why the hell could I not just find a text source? Okay, font. What other ones do I have? Xenogears one, which I already showed. That's in the title screen. What's the Mega 10? Yeah, the one for Wild Arms that, like I said, is on my... Like, it's just called Filgaia. See if I can find the one that was for the old Mega 10 games. Oh yeah, this is Final Fantasy. Classic Final Fantasy. It's the box art font, not the actual in-game font. still not sure if it's exactly percent. And then also found this one, which was Final Fantasy Tactics. Oh, here we go. This is the... Yeah. And there was a couple of other ones. Yeah, I remember I looked for a bunch of them. And every once in a while I'll stumble upon another one. Yeah, now you have the demon summoning program. Congratulations. Get yourself a succubus or something. Be like that. Fuck, what was his name? The guy from Strange Journey. That there was this whole long ass quest lines where he kept trying to get you to set him up with some certain female demons. Yeah, it was in Strange Journey. Like one of the other guys on the ship with you, there was a long ass quest line where it was constantly him like, "Hey, I saw this demon that was really hot. Like, can you put in a good word for me?" And there was like 4 or 5 different female demons that he was trying to get you to hit on for him. I forget whose name it was, what the character's name was though. Ah, damn it. I specifically switched to the handgun so I could try to get healing off of that, and I double tap. Was it that soon? I could have swore that fan translation was out for a while longer. Maybe not. I feel like SMT If was the most recent SNES Mega 10 to get a fan translation. Unless it was like a revision. Okay, what am I missing? Still got 24 dudes to kill. Must have missed another exit somewhere. Jesus. That's one of the reasons, like, if I get back into that series, it's not going to be Tokoro, and I'm still debating even that. Like, that series just... It's like the definition of wasting your time. People talk for hours on end and don't say a damn thing. They've got the same, like, handful of side quests that they have to stuff every game with. Where the fuck am I supposed to go? Like, their whole selling point is that they're supposed to have this grand overarching plot, but they move it forward like molasses. Like, they keep procrastinating doing anything with the big plot in lieu of just, hey, here's another 20 one-note characters that are basically just reskins of characters that have been in the series already that we're gonna tell you all about, instead of doing anything with the plot that we've already established. And that's just it. The fans are fucking delusional in how they defend it. I mean, maybe the gameplay, maybe the gameplay respects your time. The writing certainly does not. Oh, shit. Did not see that this whole time. Okay, so at least I know where I'm supposed to go now. I was once stationed here while the Empress was on one of her vacations. I used to sleep here. The sea would make me sleep like a log. Yeah, and unfortunately that's a depressing thing for me, because whereas I dabbled in the Trails series, I played, I want to say, like, half of it, but if you're just counting hour-wise, it's less than half, because the longer games were all in Cold Steel and beyond. But I really did like Ys. And unfortunately, Ys is getting infected by the same writing that Trails has. Like, I will still bring it up every single time, but, like, I really wanted to like her character, because, I mean, she was the cat character, like, White Cat. Not only was she a cat character, she was also a cat character that was a martial arts character. That's, like, two of my favorite things, obviously. I'm gonna naturally gravitate, like, even despite all that, I still used her for, like, the biggest chunk of my playthrough. I controlled her. Like, I'm always gonna gravitate towards anything cat-related, and I'm always gonna gravitate towards anything martial arts-related, but dear God, the fucking storyline they gave her was so goddamn tone-deaf. Like, it was literally like, we're gonna take Robin Hood and we're gonna let someone from Fox News fucking write it. Like, oh yes, you've got this poverty-stricken part of town and she's robbing from the rich. Actually, she's even just robbing from her own family company to give to the poor. But oh no, some of those people are wasting that money on gambling and boozing. She just has this whole 180 about, oh my god, me giving them free money is not helping anybody. I need to do something else. I need to go to the most impoverished part of the city and open up a flower shop, which is 100% a fucking, like, the last thing anybody who is struggling with money would ever want to buy is something that is useless and only for decoration. I'm gonna open up a flower shop to make everybody happy. And that's even on top of the fact that, like, almost every economic model, like, it's literally trying, it's like it's like one step away from saying, you know, we're in favor of trickle-down economics when they put up bullshit like that. I don't even think it had any employees from that area. I think it was literally just like her and her sister manning it. So no, I don't think it even provided any jobs in the area. But yeah, because I mean that, and we literally just had a like in-your-face reminder that it's the opposite. If you give normal people money, the economy does better, because we just had, you know, the pandemic where everybody couldn't work and the government, you know, obviously different governments to different degrees, but governments were giving their people money, and the economy on pretty much all fronts did very well when people had money to spend. It's almost like if people have money to spend, all the rich people get that money when they spend it on stuff, instead of giving it to the rich people and then they just go hoard it off in some fucking Cayman Island account to where it never even touches the economy. But yeah, I was like, I wanted to like that character so bad, because on paper, that character was like she should have been my favorite character in the whole fucking series, but God, that storyline they gave her. Thankfully, it was she was the first character, so that storyline got done with very quickly, but every once in a while there'd be a side quest or something else that touched on it, and I was like, oh God, just, do you not even realize how bad what you wrote was? Stop going back to it. Alright, this is good. I got some health set aside for later. It's always been gameplay first for me too, and that's why, like, I wouldn't have cared if in 9 they didn't try. Like I said, it got infected with trails. They went out of their way to shove the story into your face rather than let you just run around killing shit. It's not like in earlier episodes where like you get like a 2 to 3 minute cutscene where they're like, go kill that guy. This is why you need to go kill that guy. Right away, I'm gonna go kill that guy. Cool. And then you had, you know, your whole dungeon of killing shit. It wasn't even like 8, where you're exploring the island and killing dinosaurs while they're every once in a while stopping to tell you where you need to go, all this other stuff. No, this was, you're in a city, you're running around the city, and you're constantly stopped with long cutscenes of them trying to make you really like these characters and failing constantly. I mean, you remember when I was playing it, I kept talking about it, I was like, when the fuck do I get to fight something? It's all just in the city. The only fights are those optional little things that you click on that let you fight like 2 enemies, and then you're just back to exploring the city. Like, for a series that was so predicated upon gameplay and action, like, the first half of that game, there is almost no fighting. It's all just cutscenes and running around the city. And then on top of that, the fact that, you know, now that you bring up East 10, the fact that they decided that Adel being 24 years old in East 9 was too unrelatable. They had to scale him back to being 17. Like, just the amount of bad decisions that are suddenly going into the East series. I don't have any hype left for it. Like, I guess I'll give it a look-see when it actually releases, but yeah, I have zero hype. I think I actually have negative hype for East 10. All rebels are dead. Like, we're done. That's what I'm saying. I would always, like, ever since very early when I started streaming, I played through the whole East series. And I was looking forward to it. I was actually really hyped up for 9. Granted, I didn't play it for a while. Like, I picked it and just, other things, but it was a long time before I actually got around to playing it. But yeah, that killed. Like, I bought the collector's edition for it when it came out. I pre-ordered and bought the collector's edition for East 9 when it came out because I was looking forward to it. I may not have played it right away, but I was definitely hyped for it. None of that for 10. Eight is actually not bad. They added more story to 8, but they did it well. And like I said, the main thing is that in 8, from start to finish, there always is combat. There's little cutscenes here and there. There is an actual, bigger overarching story to the narrative of 8. There's stuff going on. It's not so simplistic. But it's always an East game. You're always fighting. You're always running around killing shit. 9 is where they fucked up. For some reason, everybody liked 8, and they saw that as, oh, they like it for the story. We're just going to put more story in it and make sure that all you're doing is story. And story will be up front, and story. It's like, hey, shouldn't we have them kill some stuff? This is East. They should be killing stuff. No, fuck that story. More story. They don't get to fight anything until they've been in the game for 20 hours. They need more story. They liked 8. 8 had more story. Obviously, they liked it because it had more story. Like, they fucked up 9 so bad. Like, it was painful. And this is kind of a problem for Falcom games in general, but it felt really bad in 9, where in general Falcom has this bad tendency to 90% of the game be very mysterious. Ooh, interesting things are going on. There's a lot of stuff that you don't know. You don't know what the explanation for it is. And rather than, like a good paced story, give hints and small reveals throughout the story, Falcom always has a really bad problem with spending 90% of the game being mysterious and then gigantic info dump right before the end of the game. And in 9, that felt especially bad. Because, like I said, 9, they try so hard to keep shoving cutscenes up your ass rather than just letting you play the game. And they never say anything. Like, 90% of those cutscenes that they just keep forcing you to watch are just, ooh, mysterious stuff is happening. And then they finally give you the reveal of what actually is happening right before the end. And it's just like, Like, I thought it'd be bigger. Castle is ours. Move your hunters in and start opening up the tunnel. We'll need it soon. Will the knight assault the fortress all by himself, too? No, reinforcements are on their way. I was under the impression that nothing can penetrate the fog, so if I may be so bold, how will they arrive exactly? Just get your forces in order. Reinforcements will arrive in a few days. As the knight wishes. Also, Niccolo wanted to talk to the knight as soon as possible. It's rather important according to him. It better be. I told them to keep you away from any machinery. I've read the reports about how frequently you burn your laboratories to the ground. Hope you know we're underground. If you start a fire, you'll be the first to die. Why would a knight listen to such tripe gossip? Even if it were true, more importantly, I called you here so that you can fetch me something. Rephrase that. So, as you know, I was working alongside the rebels as they were bringing me precious samples from South America, including that disgusting cape that is wearing you. Get to the point. One of those samples was this fascinating creature that feeds on fire. Its metabolism and organic makeup are completely alien to this planet. It's a fickle creature and therefore rather hard to contain. They had me fashion it a sort of feeding room where it could absorb fire for weeks on end. It never occurred to you what they were going to use such a creature for. Well, study, of course. The very prospect of organic material able to contain and subsist on fire itself. It could be the most optimal way to tame fire forever. Or release it and burn entire cities to the ground. That could be said of all tools. It's still an invaluable. I don't care. Where is it? Oh, but of course, I forget myself and the exciting possibilities the creature provides. It's deep underground. Because of the heat it produces, I proposed a tightly sealed underground chamber for it. They built it in the abandoned stone mines on the eastern shores of the island. It be killed? Certainly, everything can be robbed of life. If you were to deprive it of its source of fire, namely my fire engines, it would weaken enough that even normal arms could do it harm. Just make sure to bring its remains back to me. I have some fantastic ideas on how to utilize it. Not getting your hands on anything like that, you're still under arrest. Such trivialities. I was arrested before. I'm sure my good friend Noah will see to my release once again. I'll be back. Who's this guy? Talk is you cleansed house at the castle. Good news, that is. Anything else you've heard? I'm not one to pay much heed to hearsay, but there are talks of a tunnel leading right under the vein from here. Let's just hope the SOW haven't heard of those rumors. But not worry about that. The locals all know how important I'd be for the current situation. The word would reach them. What if they resort to torture, though? First, they would have to assume there's anything to worry about. From what I've heard, the SOW forces at the castle were only large enough to hold it due to it being in a reinforced position. As far as they know, this, and the fact they're all able to keep harboring a close watch, are the sole tactical advantages of the castle. Not that any ships would pass through the fog, though. That is true, but again, I would not worry if they don't come to recapture the castle. I'm sure its significance is lost on them. You have an oddly militant mind on you. Where did you serve? Oh, that was a lifetime ago, but it was on the Prussian front, before the fog came there. What was your rank, soldier? Again, please don't call me that. It really was ages ago. I was a captain in the 816th Division. Impressive. Please don't regret me admitting it to you. Not many here know about that time in my life now. Alright, I'll leave it there. But I'm counting on you. Should anything happen to this establishment, I'd defend this place for Empress and country, as well as for my own sake. This is my pub, even if William dug the hole for it. I love this place. But I'll keep the knight to his work. I'm sure he has better things to do than listen to my ramblings. Ran into another monolith. Ah, the Citadel Mechanical Peacekeeping and Survey Protocol. They're very sturdy and powerful, annoyingly so. There's little concrete about them, besides the fact they appear on and near every citadel, and are the oldest known residents of them. A few of the occult literature suggested they are the creations of a race that made the citadels. Others imply they came later, since the technology is different from the one built into each citadel. In either case, they are the messengers and automated defense system on the citadels, and nobody has any clue how they reproduce. Wait, what? Yes, I know how it sounds, but apparently their numbers are growing instead of decreasing. You break one, and sometime later a brand new one would emerge without any sign of where it came from. Wonderful. An endless army. Not likely. I think it's more to do with the citadels retaining a set number of defenses. Hope there aren't too many around. And let's spend our ith stones. Check our new... That's our new mask. Then I'm probably gonna go on break. Alright. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go on break. I'll be back in 5, and then we'll continue. Honestly, this game kind of feels longer than it is. Like, we're only halfway into the stream, but feels like we've been playing for more than 2 hours. But I guess maybe that might just be because this is a genre that I don't usually play. Making sure there's no optional areas that popped up. Yeah, last time this is what killed my controller. Find and kill the fire vampire. Crap. Why am I so low on ammo? For that. Ceiling looks like it's about to collapse in any second. I better watch my fire around the pillars or I could unintentionally start a cave-in. Tracks are running in all directions. This was once a stone mine that produced some of the highest quality stone. In fact, half of London was built with it. One bit. Guess that's an exit. I think this is the way I came in. Yeah. 3 exit. Okay, so they weren't kidding about the ceiling caving in. Bats. I'm certain no bat should have this many eyes. Clearly the fog has altered them. At least they ignore me, although they also ignore light. Very strange. Ah, damn it. I didn't see that he had already gone into the close to death state. I don't think these mushrooms are supposed to grow here. Fog is known to bring new flora to the areas near it. Damn it. What even hit me there, though? It had already fired off its green bullet. They usually don't fire off more than one at a time. Oh crap. Oh, you dick. Killed him before I could hit it with the cape so I could heal. Fuck, ambush right when I step through the door. I do not like... What the fuck hit me? Just saying, I don't like being this low on health. I'm just getting hit by random shit. Seriously, what the fuck is hitting me? Not seeing any traps on the floor. How is this missing? There is some bullshit happening in this level. Alright, let's go right. There's a lot of ammo in the right. People running out of certain ones. The range for the flamethrower is deceptively long. Got some extra healing laying around, that's good. What the? Alright, it's gonna be a long walk away, but I do have 2 things of healing sitting there. Okay. This is the ambush as soon as I enter the room area. Alright. Now I need to switch weapon because I am out of ammo for the rifle. Alright, so I found both his stones. I found the mask. Where's the pug? Pug's the only thing I'm missing. No, that picture doesn't do much to. Something not killable? It was killable in the previous game. No, I didn't find the pug. Okay, so you can only hurt him when he's not blue. But say he did mention something about getting rid of the machines that create the fire. Okay, so as you destroy the machines, you get more time. Of course, it'd be nice if my shots weren't just clipping through him. These rebels are mad. How did they think using that creature would be a good idea? Princess herself suggested this. They wanted to use this to start another great London fire. And just about enough of them. They should be trying to perform a ritual soon. Where? In the Roman ruins, on the northwest cliffs. Just a few more days and help will arrive. How can you be so certain? So you don't know either. As I thought, the SOW have no idea what Noah has cooked up. Don't worry, you'll see soon enough. Red masses of egg-like creatures, what do you know about those? The sacks? Do you remember how there was a growth of red pulsating mass around the manor 2 years ago? Yes, and Saragot reported it all over the Citadel, including it being used as some kind of power supply, in a massive sea-like formation. They are indeed versatile. In many ways they are pure vitae. Beckons them and they grow where massive amounts of vitae are present. Eventually they can form into groups and formulate a simple intelligence. It then attacks the greatest sort of vitae to consume it and procreate. With some simple incantations they can be turned into a sort of familiar, but only if the user is not a great source of vitae. Unfortunately for you, however, the cape. Yes, your cape eats vitae and takes a long time to digest it. You are like a beacon for the sacks. Fantastic. Don't mind me saying so, but the night smells like a campfire. Only it was that. All I heard is they seen the smoke rise from the chimney on the shore and that puffed out darker than the night. Let's just say I had a very heated debate with a fire. I don't know how the night has a sense of humor. Don't get used to it. Sure, a cold pint will help the night cool off a bit. We'll see. Can I go back, though, to go grab the pug? That was the only thing I missed from the last area. Tried every button, it's not letting me go back in. Sucks, that means pretty much everything in each area is missable. Where I gotta go. Ambush. I think they killed each other more than I killed them. So no optional area. So since now I know that once you leave a place, you essentially missed everything. Make sure. So there's a pug in the lower right of one area. Stones. I have a general idea of where they are now. Rubber grenade. If it weren't for the fog, one could see the south shore of the mainland all the way to Exmouth on some days. It's a very small area to be fighting 3 of them. Rail stakes +3. I don't know if that's ammo for a weapon I don't have. Hope it's not something I missed. Gulls seem to love this place. They don't even seem bothered by the presence of creatures from other planets and realms. Down 5 to go. Don't need to go any further south. The rituals are this way. This north? You can You can blow them up from a distance that they don't even react. I can get to the higher platforms without trouble. Take that back. They didn't react before, but they certainly do now. This shit can actually bounce back and hit you. That's not good. All that's left of the Roman fortification are some ducts and elevated platform. Somehow I can hear whispers in the air. Come on. Fucking the size of this area is throwing everything off. I'm having a hard time even seeing where my reticle is pointing. It's so tiny compared to everything else in this. God damn it. in this area where everything's so zoomed out. Can't line up anything. Wow, these things die to the fucking flamethrower easy. What the fuck? The hell hit me? big is this level? I'm starting to run out of all my ammo. This place is so big. Pug. I've got one pug, one it stone. I need to find the other it stone and the hat. Halfway done. 3 out of 6 rituals destroyed. The other Rithstone. So the only thing I have left to find is the hat, which, I mean, they don't really do anything, they're just cosmetic. Honestly, I'm not sure if the pugs even matter at this point, because I don't think you get anything for them unless you get all of them. And I missed the one in the previous stage, and I can't go back in. So the it stones might be the only thing worth collecting now. Really? Both of those kicks missed? What bullshit. The grenades. Honestly, the grenades kind of suck. I think they do way more damage. There's still 2 more. And with the exception of grenades, I'm kind of low on ammo on them. Alright, 1 more. Where the fuck is it? Can't remember if I already found the second Ith Stone or not. do not like that grouping of enemies. All I've got left is pistol and grenade launcher. Oh, here's some flamethrower. Like I said, I still don't know if I've found the second Ith Stone. Getting those are literally the most important things. My character advance. I ran across it before. Where the hell was the area that I'm supposed to go to? The ritual's destroyed. Damn, did they pack enough enemies into this area? Lillian! So they were right. The lapdog lived, and you have him with you. You are hereby placed under arrest. Shut your mouth, you filthy dog. Shut up, shut up. Do you even know what you're doing? You're ruining my day. Shut up. You have no idea, none. Do you even know whose brain you're carrying with you? Dumb dog. It's my dear old late father's brain in that jar. Guilford? Yes, dear Father Guilford, the forgiving, the good ruler, the loving king. The snake and usurper, the cursed fiend. Never recovered his head. Yes, and just like a once-rotting corpse is now sitting on the throne of this disgusting empire, my dear old father is reduced to an amnesiac pile of pinkish mass, conveniently unable to remember anything of use. You. I told you my name is of no consequence. I remember nothing of my life. Why, so convenient for you and the Queen. Both can't remember the horrible crimes that they committed. Both of newborn and innocent minds. You two are truly brother and sister. Whoever I was is irrelevant now. I am not your father, as the Queen is not my sister. Shut that thing up. Throw it into the sea. Break it into a million pieces. I will not rest until everyone pays for what they did to me. Whatever your problem with your father is, it gives you no right to harm the Empire and its citizens. You are to... Shut up, dog. You are no better. My father was at least willing to sacrifice everything to fulfill his duty and fix this rotting empire. And how did you lot repay him? You let a walking corpse kill him. Better yet, why not put the corpse on the throne? Fantastic idea. Why not let the same whore who almost ran the empire to the ground sit the throne again, resurrected by some devil? You knights are just as guilty and filthy as she is. I did what you knights failed to do. I wanted to recover my father, and look what he is now. Think much in a jar. Whatever your grievances, you should return to the capital and appear before the Empress. Silly dog, there is no escape. The fog is here. There are more beckoners than even you could ever kill. This island will be your grave. You have to understand, I am telling the truth. I have absolutely no recollection of who I was before I came into this condition. I know. It is the same as the Queen Empress. Life can return, but memories do not. I am sorry that I hid it, but I assumed you would not believe a word I said if I used that name. How do you know what we did? She told me many times. Guildford came to you knights and asked you to stand your blade as he killed his own sister, the Queen Empress. We did. We collectively voted and we all agreed she was unfit to rule. Broke our vows and looked the other way. But things did not work out, did they? The moment she was put into the ground, things turned even worse. The fog grew faster than ever and the Empire was falling apart. Then you had that idea. To call friend and foe to the manor and commit a sacrifice, all in order to correct the course of time. We were all against it, but you convinced us. You made another horrible mistake. You told us that you can fix time itself, but look at you now. Look at your daughter. I told you I am not who I was when this brain was inside a body. Of course, Rainier. Eleanor had the same experience as you did, but she now sits the throne as the best ruler this empire has had in 100 years. Take responsibility. Help me and earn your place. You're still alive. You can still be of use and help fix the pain that you caused in the past. Let's return to the hideout. I'll keep your identity secret. Islanders would not spare you if they knew who you were. Good, he is back. Knight, we have a pressing matter. Speak fast. We have received reports that the rebels are setting up mortars and heavy artillery to face inland towards the island. If they are done, they could level the island in a few hours. You think that they have discovered this location? No, but I doubt they will hesitate to flatten this whole island if that's what it takes. They have the most fortified position on the island. Luckily, however, the artillery range is not behind the mighty walls of the Verne. It's on the east side harbor. I could get there before they finish and blow all the ammunition up before they have a chance to use any of it. Yes, but be careful. We have heard that they have had some kind of experimental weapon which they brought over from the colonies. Sort of armored vehicle. And I shall deal with it, whatever it is. Oh, okay, I did find both his stones. What's with the star-headed things? What are they? Please have some respect. They are far more elder race than we are, and have lived here long before we came into being. They are a displaced people of elder things. They also flooded out of the Citadel a year ago. They are spread to the wind, so to speak, on a cosmic scale. They once ruled this world, and built grand cities, some of which still stand in untouched, uninhabitable parts of our planet. Why would they cooperate with the SOW? Most likely they were offered land. That's it. While they were once strong and proud, their arrogance led to degeneration of their culture and knowledge. Eventually they were forced into hiding by the greatest elder god to ever walk this earth. Since then, they were a nomad people across the void, serving anyone who offers them a plate. They use the remnants of their technology to service others. Millions of years had led their bodies to shrink. Their original race was far bigger and sturdier. The ones today are weak and fragile. That's good news for me. Just have some respect for them, for once they ruled here, and could have very easily eliminated us mammals. Had that been the case, there would be no humanity left today. I heard the knight had a run-in with the bloody princess. Careful. You may be a criminal, but she is still part of the royal family. Last I heard, she was to be arrested on sight. Then even the crown admits she is not of sane mind. Surely the knight knows of the rumors, of the Ripper of London. Said you don't pay heed to baseless rumors. Some say she and her knight is responsible for the gruesome murders in the capital. That spreading such rumors can get you in jail. Yet you recite them to me. Let's be honest here, Hito. We both know what she did at the manor. Everyone on the island knows. Careful. Just saying, dressing it outright might be better than letting the word get around and the story being made even more colorful by fancy. I can guarantee you one thing. Those responsible would pay a steep price. The First Knight herself is leading the investigation. She is not known for leniency. That is good to hear, good knight. Lillian already has a lot to answer for. Even if she would live, she won't ever know freedom again and the treason she committed here. Actually thinking about stopping here. Kind of tired. Having food poisoning for most of the day really took it out of me. Literally and figuratively. So that's where we're going next with story. Is anything optional popped up? Okay. Yeah, I think I actually am going to call it here. I'm starting to feel tired. I'm still not 100%. So, we'll continue this one next week. Oh. Yeah. Even though I'm mostly playing this one to get the story, it's not too bad. It's not one of my favorite genres, although, like, that tunnel level, there's some weird stuff, like some walls, nearest, at least much as I can tell, it seems like there's some walls that if you shoot certain guns too close to them, they do damage to you. I don't know if that's intentional and that's supposed to be like ricochet, or if that's just a bug. And when I was in the tunnel, some things were like hitting me randomly. I think they were supposed to be falling rocks from the ceiling, but considering how dark the place was and how like you can only see from where your light was shining, it just felt like I was taking damage at random. That and that last level where they had those two areas that were really big and zoomed out just made it harder to actually like line up shots, because you can't see your reticle at all. At that point, it's so your reticle is so small that you can't see exactly which way it is you're shooting, and then just down that distance, the tiniest little bit off, and the shots will miss. Especially when you take into account that the humanoid characters seem to only take damage on their chest. Like their head and their legs, the shots just seem to clip right through. Like there's a lot of shots lined up with them that look like they should hit, but yeah, it seems like their hitbox is literally only their chest. Cozy background. Right here, staring at me. Yeah, I'm talking about you. It's been a long time since he's actually tried to bother me for attention while I'm streaming. I think he's gotten used to the fact that, because usually right as soon as I'm done streaming, not only do I give him treats, I also usually give him attention. So I think he's gotten used to the fact that he just has to wait for me to be done. So it may be a while now before we ever get to use the kitty break again, if this keeps up. Also, he broke a table. I have like this little, it's kind of like a wicker table that's got like a glass top to it. He likes to jump on it, and at some point landed on it in such a way that it cracked down the middle and broke. But like I said, I'm just really still kind of tired, having food poisoning earlier today. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and end here a little early. But yeah, we'll continue this game next week. And for tomorrow and the rest of the week, we'll be back to 7th Dragon. So I guess let me go ahead and give callouts, and then I'll end. So, Valid, Ragna, Nami, thank you all for coming in and chatting with me while I play. And thank you anybody else who may have been lurking and watching. It's always appreciated. Yeah, we'll be back to 7th Dragon, same time tomorrow, 2 a.m. Standard Time. Check schedule below for what time that's in your area. As for right now, see if I can find something good. Let's go ahead and raid It's Pome, playing the Pixel Remaster for Final Fantasy II. As per usual, let's go ahead and jump in, say hi, hope to see you all next time, and till then.
Bye-bye, everybody!